Hi there, Robin here. Let's talk technology and me. This is almost as bad as a confession. But oh boy, let's talk about technology and me. This has been an uphill battle that I'm hopefully slowly winning. I've been at it since I started homeschooling my kids. Teaching the kids, believe it or not, was way easier than trying to learn technology. The kids seem to latch on to this thing no problem. But how did it go from me teaching them to them teaching me? I don't know. By the end of their schooling, they were able to help me learn to do what I'm doing right now, which is making video for you, and also how to learn the process to take my photos and my art and put it into something more consumable. Technology is also expensive and it can outdate itself really rapidly, which was a hurdle for me. And by the time I got used to something, you'd have to change into something new. So right now, here in this moment, I have enough equipment, just enough, to do video, to do things that you need, things like microphones and cameras and computers. And then you have to learn how to use them too. And this is the hard part of the technology challenge. Look, I'm not always a brave person, but I don't like something to win over me. They also say that you should learn something new. So, what better thing to do than to learn something new every day? Technology. So, technology can make your art shared better and communicate better with the world outside of the house. Remember that? Outside the house? I'm an introvert, so it's okay to be inside the house. But sometimes you should really communicate with others. So, wisely, you can get out of your house in a sort of way that is not outside of the house but in the house. Introverts unite. I can talk to you outside my house, inside my house, to you outside, inside your house. Yeah, it's weird and wonderful. Who cares? The technology is in things like what to buy, but also how to use them. And this is my big one. Whatever it might be at the time, it's things like settings and how to use them in your camera, or that you may need to learn how to edit things that are more interesting, which I'm working on, okay? I promise. That is something I'm really starting to wonder about and starting to explore. So in the future, I think I will be able to give you things more like B-roll, or footage that is not the primary footage, but supporting footage to make your video more interesting. Oh yes, I learned that. I was a big girl today, and it's learning technology and the vocabulary of technology. Anyway, I'm on this journey and I'm sharing it with you. I will have some awful stuff, and I know that when I look back, I will realize that right now I'm making cringy stuff. So yeah, you have to go through the ugly to get to the good stuff. And I've done that with traditional style stuff. So what I'm competent at right now is using traditional tools to make art. That includes brush, pen, pencil, various pigment mediums like various paints and colored pencils and so on. But all of these also have a learning curve. And it happens regularly, almost daily, still for me, even though I've been doing it a long time. So each time you try something new, you can get good and bad days. And in the happy, infectious faces, there are definitely some faces that have been done better than others. And that happens. Some days you think, boy, I am the master. Nothing can conquer me. And then other days you go, oh boy, don't give up your day job. Oh boy, maybe I should start singing in the bar. No, don't. Trust me, I won't do that, because then you would really have something to complain about. I am not a singer. I don't even think I'm tone deaf. I don't know what the heck that is. Anyway, I'm glad I can share this journey with you. And if any of you want to see different things within reason and want to cover different styles and materials, let me know in the comments below and I will do my best to get to them. I'm using this image to be the best one that works the best for this topic. As someone is trying to figure out the computer, which is the way I feel most of the time, especially if you have things like bifocals. and you're looking on the lower part of your lens, but still trying to get to the computer. So yeah, I know what that's like. In this painting, I'm using basic materials. Strathmore Tantone paper, and which I've mounted on cardboard so that it's rigid, because I infinitely wisely bought the wrong paper, but I'm adapting to make it work. I'm using 5 different colored watercolors that I found in a secondhand store that I thought would be fun just to play with and to practice working on a limited palette. And of course, I've got black ink. It is simple, elegant, and to define when I like it. Hopefully not to overuse it, because using black and using black ink can sometimes be overdone, making a bigger statement than what you need. So I'm practicing restraint for you today, or for this project, so there you go. And I'm also using a white pen. Here's the clincher on this one. These are not great pens, and this is wonderful. You say, why wonderful? Because they're not great. Well, it's because they don't last long and they can fan out. Why again, you ask me? Well, it's because after the first hard punch of color, they become drastically less pigmented. And that means for me, they're easier to blend and layer. So for the first time, I'm happy with using a substandard product. Use what works for you, or adapt what works for you to create your own kind of style and make it easy for you to express yourself. It gives yourself room to move and to have your individual point of view and create your own special style. I complete the drawing to detail. That's how I like to do this project. And then I paint the first layer of watercolor to general shapes, and then I layer it over top to be more and more refined. And that's really how I like to flow on this project. So here it goes. It looks like this. The flow in detail looks like this. The pencil first is done in general shape and then goes to detail. The paint is then applied in general form, in general paint and shape, and then to detail. And I keep it like that. It keeps it simple. If I can do this, you can too. And it looks easy right now because I'm playing the video fast. But believe me, there are stops and starts. And because it actually is about a 4-hour kind of process, I have lots of time spent thinking and of course making mistakes, but correcting for those mistakes. Just paint what's there, not what you think is there. This is really important because our subconscious mind kind of sometimes plays over the top on that. So just do yourself a favor and try and paint what is there as an observer. And the other things are practice, 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 and when you get sick of practicing, you practice more. And then be patient with yourself because there are good days and there are bad days. And you have to do both to get to where you want to be. So I've said enough for now. Enjoy the process of how I create this image, and I'm leaving you with some fun music created by some friends of mine, Carluco, Delray, and Vic, who live here in Ecuador with me, and they made this beautiful music so that we could enjoy it. it to the end. Now here's the before picture, and here's the after, the fun one, the one that took a lot longer than the snapshot originally. I really get a kick out of it. It makes me happy. So if you like this kind of video, let me know in the comments below and consider subscribing and hitting the bell icon to all to be informed when I post more. And I hope to see you in the next video. I'll talk to you later. Bye!